Ho, ho, ho. Christmas is coming early once again. I'm here to deliver you the always highly requested. What am I going to be watching? What are you going to be covering? Brendan, we can't think without you. We need to know. So I'm here to deliver. Now, if you do want to catch a full chart breakdown, because this is just going to be what I think is the finalized, granted, as I always say, I do not know until I actually watch. This is just what I'm most convinced I'm probably going to like and want to watch. You want to see my full thoughts, though? I go over basically the whole chart, watch some previews and stuff. We do got a full chart breakdown over on Patreon, but this is what I'm thinking is the finalized. This always happens. A handful of shows I think are going to be great don't turn out to be that great, or shows I'm not paying attention to turn out pretty good. There is, per season, 4 to about 7, sometimes 8 shows that I actually watch the first episode for, and I never post anywhere. Patreon, right? Because I just don't like it. I only try to talk about the stuff that I at least enjoy because I ain't want to waste my time, okay? There's a few shows I want you to understand about. It's Farming Life is one of them. Angel Next Door is another. And Dorohedoro. I have yet to watch any of these. However, we are going to be starting weekly releases for all 3 of these over on Patreon. As I get a little into it, I might make a video or 2 over on YouTube just to remind you we are watching it, of course, but also give my thoughts. And then when I'm finished, I'll transition over to Season 2. The only one that would probably do good for me guaranteed is Farming Life, just because apparently this guy fucks from what I understand, and that's why I want to watch it. Apparently he bangs a bunch of bitches, I don't know. Either way, though, these 2, it's a hit or a miss for my channel, but either way, I'm going to be watching these 3 over on Patreon, and we'll do a video or 2. Most likely as I get into them, but yeah, I just want to give you a heads up on that. Wistoria is coming back, and Wistoria was great. If you didn't watch it, it's one of those shows that you don't think is going to have like really great production value, but then it surprisingly had really great production value. So I recommend that one if you haven't checked it out. Classroom of the Elite, it's supposed to be like 16 episodes or something, and this Wednesday they're dropping the first 4 episodes. Why they're doing that on April 1st, I don't fucking know, but apparently from what has been pre-screened, people are saying the production looks pretty good. I've been very much enjoying Classroom of the Elite. It's one of those shows that every time I get up and talk about it, I hear how dog shit the adaptation is, but the viewership just gets bigger for it. So I don't know, man. But I'm excited for Classroom of the Elite, of course. We got Slime. This is, I forget how many fucking, oh yeah, 5 cores total. They're doing, it pays to be an Isekai fan. We're getting 5 cores of this season. Now, 2 cores back-to-back, then they'll take a break. But either way, you know what? Yes, that time I got reincarnated into table meetings. There was a lot of meetings. It got a bit much even for me by the end of that last season. However, I still really like this show. I do. I'm going to keep consuming it. And you know what? I'm going to be very much happy to dive into it. Shows like these I haven't watched previews for because I already know I'm going to be watching it. So I don't know what we're going to really get into this season. But overall, I'm pretty fucking hyped for this one. This got to be my most anticipated. But it's common sense. ReZero's coming back. And you know what? ReZero is fucking great. I was there since day 1 of the anime, and I'll be there to the very end of this anime. I don't know if there's still discourse around this. There was discourse at a certain point about episode counts. Are people still bitching about that? I don't know. It says it's 19 episodes. I think it's like 1 batch of 9 episodes, 1 batch of 10 episodes, something like that. It's some weird split core thing that's going to eventually happen from my understanding, unless they change it. I don't know, but I'm pretty pumped for this, of course. Dr. Stone, my love. We almost had to drop it from the channel last time. Will we be able to finish this? You know what? One way or another, we're going to finish this show on YouTube. This show is fucking amazing. This is the last part of Dr. Stone. And if you're not watching Dr. Stone, you're dead to me. That's all I have to say to you right there. We got Iruma-kun. 24 episodes. I didn't really look too much into this, but yeah, I very much liked the last season. It's not really a show that did well for me on YouTube. I don't know what's going to happen with this one, guys. I'll probably do a video or 2, and then it'll just cease to exist on YouTube if I'm being serious. We'll watch it on Patreon, of course, but I don't believe in the Iruma fandom coming through for me, because they didn't really come through to me last time. Like, it did okay over time for me, but not enough to make it enjoyable for YouTube. So maybe we'll try it like a day after it airs or something, but you can let me know if you want Iruma-kun videos. If I don't really see a demand, I ain't gonna fucking put it up here. You gotta understand that. We got Bookworm. Did they switch studios? I feel like this is the Wit studio taking over from whoever had it before. Either way, we got another 2 core back-to-back. Bookworm's an interesting one. If you're really into like economic type storytelling and how a civilization adjusts to more modern ideas, Bookworm does a pretty good job at that. And to be honest, from what I remember, a little fuzzy on details on how certain things went last season, I feel like this show has gotten not necessarily progressively better, but it's like, hey, it starts really good and then it gets to great, and it's just remained a very great show to me with a couple of moments of pure excellence, you know? Witch Hat, oh, I'm excited for this one. Interesting thing about this, it's going to be 13 episodes, it was just announced, and all the episodes have completed production. So you know how good something like, say, Sentenced to Be a Hero looked? The reason that show looked so good is it had completed production before it started airing. Same thing here. I've heard a lot of really good things. I know it's won a bunch of awards, and a lot of people who really like Free Run tell me that it's like just as good as Free Run. Now, that's gonna route. No, it's not as good as Free Run! Calm your tits. Just calm your tits, okay? This one's gonna be pretty fucking good. Now we're getting into stuff that probably people haven't really heard about. The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. So this one, I really recommend checking out the preview, mainly because I really feel like this show has a very similar art style to that of Handyman Saito in Another World. And if you watch the preview, it very much will give you probably that vibe, which I really liked the production. This woman's mission fails, and she's captured and imprisoned. Humiliated, dreading the horrific torture she'll endure, she has to be put to death, but instead, she basically, instead of getting teared limb from limb, leader of the tribe asks for her hand in marriage. And it's like, is it going to be an abusive marriage? But it's not. Like, it's going to be a very fun show. And honestly, the action from the teaser looks pretty good. So does anyone remember this one? The Last Boss Queen? It's getting a season 2. Completely forgot this show was getting a season 2. I was just randomly looking at the chart. I was like, oh yeah. This one was pretty good. Here's the thing. At face value, similar to a lot of Isekai, a lot of Otome game style anime look the same. But honestly, like most Isekai anymore, they're actually fairly different. So yeah, if you checked out season 1, this is a good one. Will YouTube want videos for it? Probably not, but I'm excited to watch it. Demons of the Shadow Realm. So this comes to us. It's a Bones anime from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, 2 cores back to back. We did a trailer reaction not too long ago. Looks fucking hype. Definitely my most anticipated new anime, so something that's not returning for a new season kind of deal. We got the strongest job is apparently not a hero or a sage, but an appraiser. I love these names. This is just your Isekai of the season. I've been saying this for a bit. I just try these Isekai anymore because more often than not, they turn out at least fun. We'll see what happens. Do I expect great things? No. Will I be surprised if great things happens? Also no. Mistress Kanan is Devilishly easy. What a sexy title. Female demon infiltrates a high school with the goal of devouring some delicious human soul. She sets her sights on the perfect target, a teen boy, because this is anime, of course she would. And goes in for the kill and somehow ends up in a relationship. If you watch the trailer, it's fucking adorable. I'm excited for this one. Studio Kai, I believe, is the studio who did Sentenced to Be a Hero, if I'm not mistaken. So what I would say, if Netflix didn't fuck me, My Hero comes to an end. Petals of Reincarnation. I know very little about this, but I've heard things telling me about how Hitler's in the show. It's like something about how, like, people from history, you get their power, and they're doing some crazy shit. You know what? Fuck it, we roll. I think this is supposed to be one of the better produced ones as well of the season. I'm excited. Liar Game. You know what? This does not have the best looking trailer or production value, right? But it's Madhouse. This is a Madhouse show through and through. Basically, strange letter, suitcase, 100 million yen, and you're participating in the Liar Game. It's a high-stakes psychological battle, lies, deception, betrayal. Who's gonna leave alive with that money? This is gonna be a sleeper hit, and no one's gonna fucking watch it, and I'll cry and maybe cut myself a little. What? Anyway, Needy Girl Overdose. This is one I nearly skipped out on. This trailer blew me away, guys. So listen to the synopsis. In a world where the likes are currency and every viewer is a judge, oh my god, Kawaii Angel, also known as K-Angel, is determined to become the ultimate internet angel. Yet beneath her smile and streams, and these lively streams, there's more than meets the eye. We're dealing with addiction. We're dealing with self-harm, suicidal tendencies. Literally, they even, like, in this trailer talk about and, like, show, like, self-harm. It's like this really weird psychological show where somehow, you know, there was actually a Black Mirror episode I watched in the early stages of that show where basically your social status is based around how many, like, popularity points you have. And it kind of sounds like an anime version of that. This This is probably the show I'm keeping my eye on the most. I think it's based on a game or something, but either way, please, for the love of God, check this. This airs on Saturdays, I think. Well, it says it airs on April 5th, but that's because that's the Japan thing. For us, it'll be a Saturday show, but either way, check it out. This one doesn't even have a English name yet, but you have to watch this if it ever gets a fucking source. So, I'm just gonna read it. You get a choice when you isekai, and the popular choices are like stuff like Demon King or Hero with a cheat skill, the harem, but they're so popular you have to wait in line for 50,000 years for that. So our protagonist decides to be reincarnated over and over again into bizarre forms such as the rib of a hero with cheat skills, in a harem story's happy ending, a hermit crab, or a vegetable. Guys, they change the fucking production value too every time. Like, look at what we're dealing with. This is Studio Trigger level bullshit. This is anime of the season, and you can't convince me otherwise. Someone better fucking license it, because that's my anime of the season. We also have this one. What was that one show, Rakugo Shinjo, back in the day? Basically, it's another Rakugo anime, and there's a lot of hype around it, but I feel like it's going to be more of a cult following hype. I don't really think there will be viewership for me personally, but it does sound like it's going to be a pretty good show. Unfortunately, so like anywhere outside of Asia, May 2026 is when Netflix is going to release it, but they're actually going to also release it on YouTube. The distributor for the show said, "We know Netflix is going to fuck you guys, making you wait extra, so it's going to be available legally on YouTube." Love that. Either way, good looking anime season. This past anime season was fucking phenomenal, and I really hope this one can deliver. Let me know what you really want to see content on for YouTube, because anything I end up watching and actually plan to watch past its first episode, I will obviously cover on Patreon, those full live reactions, of course, but let me know what you want coverage on for YouTube, because the issue is I gotta be more harsh, and that's kind of what I did last season, is that sometimes I came back for episodes here or there, but if the demand ain't there, we ain't doing it on YouTube, okay? I ain't gonna burn myself out for no one giving a fuck, right? So let me know what you want first episodes on at least, and, you know, we'll go from there, see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe, head on over to the Patreon. We'll catch the full chart breakdown, though, and everything, because there's some other shows I'm keeping my eye on, but these are the ones I think will be the good ones to talk about. But, yeah, let me know what you're excited for, and I'll catch ya in the next one.